Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Sin City Crypto. My name is David. I'll be one of your co-hosts. What a fun show we got for you guys today. We got excitement. We got comedy. We got fun. We got laughter. We got jokes. We got analogies. We got everything. We're going to talk about BlackRock and what Larry Fink said on mainstream media. Also, Tether is launching a gold-backed token that apparently you can go to Switzerland and turn them in for actual gold. We also have rare footage from Robin and his night out in the town last night. You're going to want to see that. Speaking of Robin, he is your second co-host, and well, here he is.
Hola! Is your boy Big Rob back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel, and unlike all the other YouTube channels, we bring that straight fire the way that nobody else does. We take that old, boring, and stale information and repackage it up in a fun and sexy Sin City Crypto kind of way. There you go.
I want to know who this Pump is, because Pump always says Davey, and there's only one person that calls me Davey, but I don't think she watches the show here. So who are you?
It's like you're living in the past, bro.
Says the guy who can't stop bringing up I was homecoming king. Anyways, regardless, I hope you guys...
I'm glad you brought that up because, it was 2002.
Okay, enough. Guys,
I was homecoming king?
Okay. Speaking of kings, you're looking for the king of IT and networking. You're going to want to hit up Cam's Blue Wire Technology, one of our sponsors of today's show. Cam's Blue Wire Tech provides your business with IT and networking solutions so you can focus on making money for your business. Visit BlueWireTech.com or click the link in the description of this video. Speaking of videos, you know how I'm going to start the show off. By the way, this is why you come early, you're on time. It's because you don't miss the funny stuff, okay? So here we go. Robin, I feel like this hits home for you because you used to be a chef. Has this ever happened to you, Robin?
Tiene que hacer presión, ¿ya?
She looks so confused. That was also Hunter Biden at the White House this past weekend. But has that ever happened to you? Do you have any funny chef fail stories you would like to share with us? Today's all about Robin, by the way. Today's show is all about Robin.
All about me, huh?
Yeah.
No, the chef fails are pretty painful. Those are the funny ones. I flipped a piece of foie gras in my hand. I got a 3rd-degree burn on my my wrist because foie gras can get to the temperature of the sun.
Chefs just stay burning themselves.
I saw a guy trying to clean a deli slicer and put a bucket of water on the counter and then proceeded to move around the deli slicer without the guard. And it fell off the table. And he thought it was a good idea to try to catch it. Let's just say he's...
Did he cut a finger off?
Cut a lot more than that finger.
Oh, God. That's terrible. That's not funny. That's...
Man, I've seen some stuff. I've seen a guy cut a finger off.
Okay, let's move on.
And he passed out, and he started having a seizure. Yeah, man.
Wow. All right.
Yeah,
well,
chef, you want some chef stories, bro. That's
I'm not sure I wanted to take the trip down that dark road there. All right. I forgot what this one is because it's a black screen, but either way, it's probably funny. Oh, this is... Transformer.
Wow.
That's funny. That was good. Also, so this is obviously Vince McMahon and his daughter. What was her name? Shannon. And this is, sir, we just found the person who advised you to wait for Bitcoin to dump to 10K. You gotta get some volume on this one.
You stay here! You stay here with Stephanie! You take me to him! Take me to the son of a bitch! Take me to him! Come on! Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go! Where's the son of a bitch? Where is he?
You remember, everyone was calling for a $10,000 Bitcoin. This is why, guys, an asset like Bitcoin, this is not financial advice, you just got a DCA, man. You're never going to hit the perfect bottom. You're never going to hit the perfect top. It could have gone to 10K, could have gone to 5K, could have never gone below 20K.
Whatever the masses, especially the voices on social media, particularly YouTube, whatever they're beating the drum on is probably not going to happen. So when everyone at the rise of the bull market was like, we're going to 100K, 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 100K. 60K. 10,000,
16,
10,000, 10,000, 8,000. I remember hearing 8, 10, and 12 more than anything else. Nobody was saying 16.
I said 16.5.
You did not say
Yeah,
16.
I swear on my children.
Maybe one out of the
That
10,
was my bottom call on Bitcoin from
I
a
want
year
the
ago.
receipts.
Okay. Take over the show. I'll find the receipt right now.
A mid show, you're gonna go do that.
You'll go on your long rant. I'll find the receipt. Don't worry.
Just wait till after the show.
Nope.
Bring it up tomorrow.
Nope. Anyways, so guys, the new Threads platform is out, and well, here's a visual representation of what's going on. Mark Zuckerberg is letting Facebook drown. The metaverse is deep down in the ocean, but he's over here playing with the Threads. What I didn't like about it though is I went on Threads.
The logo is so ugly,
terrible.
bro.
You can't create a new account, or else I haven't figured out how to. I want to go on there and just nab the Sin City Crypto instead of doing a _1, which is what we have on Instagram, but it automatically makes you choose one of your Instagram accounts if you already have one. So either way,
look at this ugly freaking
Yeah,
that logo. I mean, I get it; it's a thread, but
it's not really
is it a
thread.
backwards A? Is it the at symbol?
It's like a
That's-
double at symbol.
What is this? That's the best y'all can come up with, man. It's terrible. Am I the only one that thinks this is terrible? or-
No, I also think it's terrible. Anyways, let's move on. So scientists have made a breakthrough. They made a bracelet that converts stress into electricity. Well, and here's what traders are glowing like. Speaking of bracelets, a woman found out her boyfriend was cheating when Fitbit smartwatch showed a spike at 2 a.m. They have synced the Fitbit watch together. She got a notification that he burned 500 calories at 2 in the morning. Now, what an interesting way to get caught.
I'm trying to think. Maybe he was.
He went out for a
There's
jog
no
at 2 in the
reason to
morning.
burn 500 calories
At
at
2
2 in the
a.m.
morning. Yeah, there's really no reason.
We'll leave it at that. And okay, this
He
is not
could have
funny.
fell down the stairs and then was trying to climb back up with a broken leg or
The
something.
never-ending stairs. Yeah, yeah, sure. So this next one is not really funny, but it's one of the sickest things I've ever seen. So here you go. This is titled "The Best Bowling Shot in History." Okay. Like this is, to me, this is insane. And just like casually, just rolls another string. It's how crazy is that? That's pretty dope, man. That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
You know what else is pretty dope?
What is it? No.
Oh man.
What is this, Robin? Would you like to set us up as to what I have on the screen here? Where are you? Who are these masked men? Are you? And what is about to happen? Well, just
Why are you gonna have a mask?
Me and
What
my
is your mask?
daughter went to the Jabberwocky show. It's a live performance, and they do dancing, and I guess part of the show they ask people to sing,
oh,
put people on the spot.
okay. Real quick before I show this video, what song do you think Robin was singing? Let us know in the comments. Well, we want to give you a little sneak peek, and we'll post the rest of it on our Twitter, so make sure you go follow us there. And well,
Oh man, it's your boy Germany.
Serenade.
That's right. He does moves.
You know, Rob,
What's up?
not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. Curious, who was videoing this?
My daughter.
Your
was.
daughter. And what did she say immediately after you sat back down?
She was just laughing.
Okay. But she definitely didn't say good job, right?
You know, your boy got a gift. You know, I can
Yeah,
I can do
your boy got a
anything.
gift.
Your
Your boy got a
boy
gift.
says it's mine too. I'm just gonna throw it out there. And if I wanted to become a world class musician, if I put my mind to it and I practiced, and I also take this God given talent. Ooh, yeah.
What the hell was that?
All right. I mean, where do you think the hola comes from? You think it just naturally come out raspy like that?
Yeah.
It takes a magical voice. Hola! Magical voice box to get that thing out, man. I'm telling you.
Speaking of magical voice boxes, can you magically make our likes go up?
All right.
Where the viewers at?
Yeah, we only have 45 likes and less than 100 live viewers. And it's probably because we don't have enough likes. YouTube says they don't like that video, so they're not going to suggest it.
So
anyways, hit the like button. Promote this video. Get more people in here. Let's grow the community. Thank you. Also, if you are new here, say hello so we can drop an hola back at you. We got Travis Swindell, also Nando44, and Shamitrice S, and then Kelly Boy up in here as well. Absolute fraudster as well. So, to all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
I hope he's not an absolute fraudster. Now, Rob, do you remember when Taylor Swift was supposedly supposed to partner with FTX for $100 million, and the news was she did her due diligence and turned it down? Do you remember that narrative?
No.
Okay. So back when FTX went under, all these celebrities were getting sued.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty simple story. You don't
Okay.
need to fill me in.
That's
Okay.
not true. Earlier this year, we broke and confirmed that Taylor Swift, contrary to why her camp said, did not turn down FTX. CNBC now corroborates that Sam Bankman-Fried turned down the Taylor Swift deal. The real reason, however, is because, well, Sam wanted to get back at a lover who was a Taylor Swift fan. He stopped the deal out of spite. There you go. I thought that was important news to bring to you guys.
Do you think if they would have went the Taylor Swift route that they wouldn't have went under?
No.
Maybe there would have been
Not
enough,
even Taylor Swift could have saved Sam
enough
Bankman-Fried.
teeny boppers out there that they would have been like.
No. Actually, I don't know. She did sell $1 billion in tickets.
Could have been
Insane.
enough injection of capital that they could have survived that Binance sellathon.
Sellathon.
Yes.
I like that name. Good name. All right, guys. Now into some actual news. So this is interesting. This is tweeted from stonkboy_ETH. The U.S. 10-year Treasury bond breached 4%. Everything on the Treasury side is up. Things could get ugly fast. If you're bullish here, you're betting on a 2020 scenario when yields and stock rose in tandem. However, rates were near zero back then. Why am I showing this? Well, if you don't understand why, right? Think of it this way. Investors want to make money. Hedge funds want to make money. If I can sit here and I can put my money into the only asset class, or the only asset in the world that is considered risk-free and earn 4, 5, 5.5%, why in the world will I leave it in the stock market, risk on, and earn 6, 7%? So that is why when bond yields rise, money gets siphoned away from the risk on markets. And currently that includes Bitcoin. But could this be the time? Like, is this the time where we see Bitcoin split from the rest of the risk on markets? If the yields continue to rise, the stock market starts to bleed off because those investors are moving money into yields, bonds, notes.
And
Bitcoin stays above 30K.
I think you have two forces working in tandem here, right? You have one is you got the risk on assets, so people speculating, trying to get short-term returns, and then you have people using it as a hedge against inflation, right? So I think those mitigate your narrative, right? Because I think some people are investing their high-risk capital or their higher risk capital, or the ones that they want more return on, that basket of goods, which would typically go to tech stocks and NASDAQ, for example, they would lump in Bitcoin into that as well. And so if you have a sell-off in the market and you have a decline and you got to liquidate assets, you're going to sell your riskier plays and then hold on to your longer sure bets, right? In the same way, if we look at it, and I'm talking about like traditional stock market, traditional finance. And here's the thing. If all of a sudden your crypto portfolio is down 40%, 50%, 80%, whatever it is, and there's a family emergency, what are you going to sell first? Are you going to sell your Algorand and your Harmony One and your Mina Protocol and your Aave and your Compound, your Solana? Are you going to sell those first? Or are you going to sell your Bitcoin and Ethereum? It's no different when you're looking at investors in the stock market. And so if you have people that have, their S&P 500, their ETFs and commodities, and if they're forced to sell, they're probably going to sell their higher risk plays. And a lot of traditional investors look at Bitcoin as a high risk play. And so if you're going to have people that are looking at, hey, the market's in the dumps, I'm going to get digital gold. At the same time, you're having a major sell-off in risk on assets in the traditional markets. So I think it's a wash. And I don't think that Bitcoin rallies. And you just got to figure what narrative rises to the top more than the other. Which one prevails? Because Larry Fink did come out and say, hey, digital gold, Bitcoin, he sounded like Michael Saylor. But does everybody in Wall Street think like that?
I mean, if Larry Fink does.
If Larry Fink does, yes. But remember, we still live in this crypto ecosystem here. And this is what we're used to hearing. But you go outside of the zone and you talk to somebody that's in Wall Street, you talk to somebody that's in finance, you talk to somebody that has a few stocks here and there, and they don't really know crypto. They don't feel comfortable with it. At least that's not the gauge I get. When you talk to people, David, and they're not Bitcoin hodlers, they don't own Bitcoin, and you're talking to them about Bitcoin, they seem unsure of themselves, right? Yeah. And I think that's the overall mindset of traditional markets still. And so I don't think there's enough. If there's a giant sell-off in the markets, I think if there is a recessionary period, more so than we are in now, I think the pendulum still swings to a sell-off in Bitcoin.
I don't know, man. Bitcoin active supply last moved in the last year, 2 years, 3 years. Those are at all-time highs. Money that has not moved. I think people, the narrative of the halving, the narrative of BlackRock, the narrative of digital gold. I mean, you have the guy essentially who's probably got the most power in the capital markets in the entire world come out and say an alternative to gold is Bitcoin. I mean, what else?
Here's the thing. Is that what he truly believes? Or is he trying to get an ETF passed that he's going to make billions of dollars on? Does he truly, has he swallowed the orange pill? Or is he looking at it from, hey, my company, if we get this thing, we're the first one to launch the Bitcoin ETF. We'll have a couple $1 billion in volume within the first few weeks, and we're gonna make a crap ton of money.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he's doing that, Rob. But that doesn't matter. He still came out and said what he said.
I'm not. Yeah,
whether he believes it deep down or not.
But what we're saying, what we're trying to get at is, where is the market? And if you're saying the most powerful guy in our economy today, and the private sector, the most powerful guy, he's beating the Bitcoin drum. And all I'm saying is, I think he's just beating it because his company's about to make a freaking boatload of money. I don't think all of a sudden he read a bunch of Bitcoin white papers and all of a sudden woke up and was like, guys, we need to go all in Bitcoin. I found this coin thing. It's not what they say it is. It's amazing. Now, maybe he did, but I'm sorry, but I just don't trust old money. And I think old money's up to no good, as they always are. And I think that this guy, he likes his traditional money.
You don't trust Larry Fink?
This dude has manipulated people more than my first girlfriend.
I agree.
So
I agree with you that they saw an opportunity to make money, and sure.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, to the average person, I don't think that matters. What matters is what comes out of his mouth, what he says.
What about when one of your favorite movie stars makes a horrendous movie?
You leave Denzel Washington out of this.
Okay, let's just say that one of your favorite movie stars makes a terrible movie.
Okay.
You know they still go on Jimmy Kimmel Live, and they still go on the late shows, and they still promote it like it's the best movie ever, right?
Yeah, and what do people do? They still go see it.
Not until the reviews come out. But here's the thing. So they take people's word or gospel for a product that they're launching that they're going to make money on. I'll tell you what, if he's bullish, if he's sitting there doing interviews on Bitcoin after this ETF comes out, like I'm talking about 6 months, 8 months, 10 months afterwards, if he's over there doing interviews talking about how great Bitcoin is and its potential, then I'll believe it.
Okay.
In the run up to offering a service that you're going to make a ton of money on, I don't know.
You know what I do know? I do know what the price of Bitcoin is. And before we get into the market, I want to give a shout out to channel sponsor, I Trust Capital. If you are a hodler and you don't plan on touching your crypto investments for the next 3, 5, 10, 20 years, then you also want to be able to take all out your gains out without paying any taxes. You're going to want to visit I Trust Capital. They're the leading IRA crypto accounts out there. You can set up a Roth IRA, pull out all your gains tax-free. Click the link in the description of this video. So big shout out to them. With that being said, Robin, sideways tornado, take it away.
Sideways tornado?
This is a new one.
Yeah.
That's a bad one.
Terrible.
What's the market looking like, Robin?
I don't know. I got hit with a sideways tornado. Got me all discombobulated. All right, so I got Bitcoin coming in at $30,264.99. Now, as
we did shoot up to 31. I saw that.
31.3.
Yeah.
And this was at 2 a.m. This is China/Japan time in the Asian markets. So, wonder if they
They just dump right before they go to sleep.
Yeah, and then they I don't know what they were doing over there.
What is that pattern there, Robin? I feel like that deserves a name.
Did you see we actually dipped under 30,000?
Yeah, briefly.
I didn't even know we did that. Interesting.
It was a little baby wick.
No baby wick?
No baby wick. No
So
we're still over 30K though.
We are. And I think we'll stay there. And here's the thing. I think that we can probably come down and test this on multiple times. I just don't think we'll stay under there for more than a day or two. I think 30K is the new channel that we trade at for a while. And I'm not going to keep saying it over and over again, but just to give you just a quick visual, you have multiple ranges that we trade in for usually 2 to 3 month spans. And you had the channel at 18 and channel at 16, trading between 20 and 23 for 2 months. This one was a 3 month trade or 3 month sideways consolidation. So I think we got another month of this, but that's barring some big news. I was constantly checking the price of Bitcoin yesterday, especially with the Larry Fink thing. I was like, man, is this going to move the market?
Didn't move.
It didn't move it at all. It did not move it at all.
So what does that tell you? You're the psychological guy, right? You're the feel guy. What does that tell you? That the world's largest asset manager, CEO, comes out and says Bitcoin is like digital.
But here's the thing. The people that listen to him, there are a lot of people that follow Larry Fink that know who he is, who understand his power dynamics. They cannot get exposure to Bitcoin, right? And the people that play those videos and watch them, the people that are watching it on Twitter, they're already Bitcoiners, right? They already believe in the technology. So who is going to convert over? If you're already a Bitcoiner and you're already into crypto, you believe its future, you saw Larry Fink come out and be bullish on crypto. It didn't make you all of a sudden wake up and go buy more Bitcoin. It didn't for me. I was just like, he's on board too. Cool. You know, it didn't give me any more reason to go buy Bitcoin than I already had. And then if somebody wasn't a Bitcoiner, somebody isn't in crypto, sees him, he's like, wow, he's changed his stance on crypto. He changed his stance on Bitcoin. They're still not going to go out and buy they're not going to create a Coinbase wallet. They're just going to wait for the product to come out. Right? Yeah, there you go.
You think it would have a more effect if the ETF was already live?
Oh, yeah, 100%. But as I said, I think it's more a rally call for of more or less marketing, right? And also, I mean, this is also psychological warfare between the SEC as well. This is not them just simply launching or, sending, applying to do the ETF, but he's also backing it up, going on major news publications, talking about Bitcoin and getting the conversation going. Basically saying, hey, this isn't as risky as people are saying. It's digital gold. Like, he's warming up the narrative for the SEC, right? Because it was 4 or 5 years ago, we weren't even sure, before the 2017 run up, or I guess 6 years ago now, that the narrative of Bitcoin was not digital gold. It's unhackable. There's a lot of uncertainty there as well. It was still pretty new. It really didn't get any adoption mainstream until 2012, right? So it was 4 years of a real use case. Now it's got 10 years of real use case. And so I think people are more comfortable with it. And hearing people like Larry Fink just talk about it, it is what it is. Bitcoin ain't going nowhere. And that's the reality. And we got future, you have ETFs, you have products that you can trade on in the CME. So why not? And I think that's more prevalent now than it was any other time in Bitcoin's history. So
And we do have that Larry Fink interview we're going to show here in a second. But first, let's take a peek at what the crypto bubbles are showing. So on the daily, some big gainers, XEC, Bitcoin Cash are up double digits. Solana up 7.7%. Flow up 4.1%. Some of the biggest losers, Filecoin has retraced down 5.5%. Woo token, called the Ric Flair token, that is down 6%. And Injective is also down 4.3% over the last week. We can see the biggest gainers, MakerDAO, Flow 23%, XEC 57%. And on the month, Bitcoin Cash is 1.5x. So I just like, why? Anyways, now, before I show you the BlackRock video, this is how my family saw me before BlackRock and how they see me now. You sit there around the Thanksgiving table or at Christmas when you're opening your presents or at family gatherings, monthly dinners, and you talk about Bitcoin and everyone's like, this guy, what are you talking about, bro? It's magic internet money. You can't do anything with it. It's not backed by anything. It's not worth anything. And then Larry Fink comes on, the world's largest asset manager.
This has happened to me.
Of course, it's happened to all of us.
And it's not. It doesn't happen. It's not because of BlackRock. Is my narrative has been so easy to explain with inflation. It's so because in the past I've been like, hey man, Bitcoin, don't trust the government, money printing. They're like, well, where does it get its value? And I'm like, here we go with that value question. And then I get that one. Who controls it? Anyways. And then you're always just like, yeah, where does your money get your value? The government. And they just always try to shut you down, man. Now that conversation has gotten so easy now. That conversation is easy now. They're like, where does it get its value? Where's your dollar get its value? Or actually, where did its value go? How about that?
Can you believe, Robin, just 3 years ago, I sat there at a hookah lounge arguing with a guy that he was trying to convince me that the dollar is backed by gold. And he's over here trying to tell me Bitcoin is play money. I was like, I can't talk to you, bro. But, all right, let's not waste any time. So Larry Fink was on Fox Business, and we're going to break down some of the things he said. If you haven't seen it, here you go. If you have, well, you're going to get our opinion on it. Rocco?
So I told you at the top of the show, the S&P's 15% gain year to date, nothing to sneeze at. But check out this comparison. Since the start of 2023, Bitcoin has pulled off an absolute moonshot. The crypto of record has soared 83%, with a good chunk of it coming since June 15th. That's when BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, filed an application for a...
I like how they try to give BlackRock credit for the pump. Notice what she said there. Majority of that 80% pump came in June, after June 15th, after BlackRock. That's not true. Majority of that pump came in Q1 of this year before BlackRock did anything.
It started the year at 16,000.
Q1 up 38%. Anyways.
Spot Bitcoin Trust ETF. BlackRock's iShares joins a crowd of fund managers from ARK to Invesco, VanEck, Grayscale, all these other fund companies that have been desperate to do the same, but aren't SEC's bouncers, namely Chief Bouncer Gary Gensler. BlackRock's first application, actually, it's already been kicked back. The SEC demanded it name a surveillance partner to spot things like fraud and manipulation. And late last week, NASDAQ refiled, naming Coinbase as the custodial surveillance partner of Bitcoin Trust. So BlackRock, which has a track record, they find
Shabby.
to reject what people think. BlackRock's 576 ETF applications, 575 have been accepted, and just one has been rejected. I know you're all asking which one. I'll tell you later. It was in 2014. As the entire crypto sector waits and watches, joining us now in a Fox Business exclusive is BlackRock's chairman and CEO, Larry Fink, along with Charlie Gasparino. Great to have you, Larry.
Liz, Charlie, it's good to be here on a summer day.
Yeah, and we're cool in here.
We are.
Larry, I know that per SEC regulations, you cannot get into specifics. But as you look at all of your track records when it comes to iShares and approvals, how do these things work out? How long does it take? And what do you think odds are of any of your ETFs that you float getting accepted?
Well, we try to do what's right for the long-term investor, and I think we have a good track record working with our regulators and trying to making sure we're thinking about all the issues around any filing. And so I can't get into the specifics of this filing, but I think the chart speaks quite really closely with our regulators, and we want to hear from the regulators what are the issues and how can we fix those.
You know what's funny is talks about we work with the regulators, though. We want to hear from them, and they did hear from them almost right away. They said, "Hey, just tell us who the surveillance sharing partner is." And this is why people, including myself, believe that this is going to get approved. I don't care what's happened in the past. You got BlackRock. I don't know. Do you share that same sentiment? I mean, you see how freely he talks. We're working with our regulators for years. We look forward to like it's a foregone conclusion that they're going to get the communication they need to get this thing passed. When companies like Coinbase, like, Kraken, all the crypto, the real crypto companies, right? The ones that were born for crypto, not the ones that were made in traditional finance and came over to crypto, those ones aren't getting a 5-minute sit down with Gary Gensler. And you have Larry Fink coming in and just, hey, foregone conclusion. Yeah, we look forward to hearing from them what they need, and that's it.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If you work with somebody on the regular, he's filed over 500 ETFs, or his company has. How many times have they sat down in a room? How many times have they had back and forth? And remember, the ETFs, that's just one service, right? There's a broader investment portfolio there by BlackRock. So the ETFs is just a part of what they do. And so everything that they're investing in goes through the SEC. So they probably have more of an open door communication with the SEC than anyone else. I mean, we're talking about Congress. We're talking about the CFTC, the Treasury Department. I'm talking about everyone.
That's a fair point.
That the SEC
so does that mean
probably
the other
has
companies, Robin, should just get the cold shoulder?
Oh, this just the reality of it. If I work in a courthouse and I deal with this lawyer and this judge every single day, over and over again, no matter what, every single day, and I'm there all the time, and you hire me, and I'm going in front of that same judge, guess what? I'm going to have a leg up over the competition because I know exactly their tendencies. I know what they're going to do. I know what they're going to say before they even say it. It's just how the world works. And you can think it's fair or unfair. It is what it is. So
Okay. All right. Let me go back and play this. We'll continue watching this. So here we go. Rocco.
Issues around that. So we hope that, like in the past, we could be working with our regulators and get the filing approved one day. And I have no idea what that one day will be, but and so we'll see how that all plays out. Specifically on Bitcoin, as I've said in the past, we're a believer in digitization of products. ETFs was a big revolution for the mutual fund industry, and it's really taking over the mutual fund industry. And we do believe that if we can create more tokenization of assets and securities, and that's what Bitcoin is, it could as an opportunity to move one step further in terms of providing investors fractions of shares, fractions of this, democratizing the cost of investing. Over the last 10 years, we caught iShares ETFs by 30%. So what we're trying to do is make it more accessible.
So guys, he goes on to pretty much say good alternative to gold is.
Well, he keeps labeling it as an asset. He no point does he talk. He never calls it crypto, right?
He referenced crypto.
He referenced crypto, but he doesn't address Bitcoin as crypto. When he's talking about what is Bitcoin, he doesn't say, well, it's a crypto that is likened to a commodity that is tradable. He just simply says, hey, it's an asset. It's traded internationally. It's compared to gold digitally. That's his message. At no point does he say anything regarding it being in crypto, it being it having volatility, it being any of that. None of that narrative is there. And even if you had some crypto people up there, they'd probably talk more crap than he did about Bitcoin, right? If you had somebody that was very, very knowledgeable in crypto, somebody that had been through the ringer, they probably would go on a show like this and say, you know what, there is some volatility. There are some downside risks. You need to have a long-term time horizon. The narrative, they would be buttering up Bitcoin by kind of saying, hey, it's had its problems. But this dude just walk in and be like, hey, Bitcoin, man, digital asset, digital gold, like internationally traded. It's creme de la creme, baby. That's all it is, man. We ain't got no downside here. That's what he did. That's what was so empowering about this whole conversation. The dude didn't come in talking about, well, historically, came in like a straight Jeep.
What do you say to those people that are pushing back against TradFi companies like BlackRock, like all these other companies that are trying to get into the space? We talk about, on one hand, people want their bags pumped, right? They want to make a lot of money.
You want it to be global. You can't keep the big boys out. That's it. You want Bitcoin to go to $200,000, $100,000? Where is that money going to come from? Where is that money going to come from? You think it's going to be waitresses and servers and car mechanics and plumbers and let's be real. Where is most of the money in Wall Street? It comes from high net worth individual, big investment houses, traditional finance. That is who controls majority of the money. We talk about it all the time. The 1% control 99% of the money. 99% of the people control 1% of the money. And so if you sit here and say, well, we only want Bitcoin to be in the power and in the hands of the common individual, then we're going to have 1% of the money in it. What do you want? You want Bitcoin's price to go way the hell up? You want your Cardano, your XRP to hit $10? If that's what you really want, there is not enough money in regular folks' wallets for it to get there. You got to push up the market. You got to inject a crap ton of capital. And also, retail likes to sell.
Yep.
You know, you can get a bunch of waitresses and a bunch of plumbers and car mechanics. You can get a bunch of them to buy in on something. You can get them to buy Bitcoin. You can get them all excited about it. Problem though is getting them to hold it and not sell it. Get a mechanic. Get a mechanic that's barely getting by. Have him buy $10,000 worth of a crypto. Let's say he got a third of a Bitcoin. What happens when he 10x's? And he's got 100 grand. You don't think he's going to sell?
You go.
But what do you think BlackRock's going to do if they have a position that increases tenfold in Bitcoin or in crypto?
They'll probably double down.
Yeah. And so if you
So you're
want
saying you
growth
can't-
in
so
this industry,
You can't have one without the other. That's what you're saying.
you can't have growth in this industry without
Traditional
the money, because that's you want. If you want money in the market, where is the money? It's not in the regular people's hands. We talk about it now. The wealth gap is widening. Well, who's got more people on each side of the tug rope?
You know, DJ Tolman said institutional investors have a much longer investment horizon. 4 years sounds nutty to them. I agree. We take a look at cycles, and every 2 to 3 years, every 3 years we dump our bags, we wait on the sideline, we buy back in. It's not what's going to happen. These guys, it's going to go into retirement accounts.
And that 4 years is not even going to be constant. Hey, here's the thing: the more that narrative becomes the narrative, the more that becomes the gold standard. Hey, buy now, sell then. Like the less likely it is to happen, right? The more everyone believes, like we opened up our show, that we're going to get to 100K, the less likely it's going to happen because people are going to start selling early. If you tell me the top is $100,000, and I know for certain the top is $100,000, I will sell my crypto at 90. And if you get 1,000 people to do the same thing, it's no longer 100,000, and it's no longer even 90. Now there's a bunch of people that sold at 80, and that's how this whole thing happens. And so if you sit here and think that this 4-year cycle is going to play out for eternity, and that, hey, BlackRock's dumb. They're just going to buy the top and hold all the way down. No, at some point, brother, sister, everyone,
Mother.
at some point, people are going to sell thinking that is going to become a bear market is coming because of the cycle, and they're going to get pooped on.
I don't like poop.
Just saying, man.
Robin, can you...
That's how markets work. They move against the tide. That's why you buy when others are fearful. Why are you buying when others are fearful? Because everybody in the market has sold, and you're going against the grain. And then you sell when others are greedy. That means everybody around you, everything is telling you, hey, I should be buying more. I should be hodling. And then you sell. And so that is literally how the market works. So what do you think is going to happen when everybody tells you there's a 4-year cycle, we're going to go through a bear market for 2.5 years, and then we're going to take off at this point right here?
as a good friend once sang, don't stop believing. Robin, can you do us a favor real quick? I want to give a shout out to my friend Crit Cats. $5 super chat said, thank you guys for all the great info and entertainment, making this brutally hot day in the UPS truck fly by. Keep on killing it. Smash those likes. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for your support. Speaking of support, Robin, I'd like you to support the chat by butchering their names.
We don't have too many new people.
I see one big name right there.
Baxter Churchill is here. And then other than that, I don't see anybody else.
You see who changed their name?
Who changed their name?
Tickle-master.
We got Tickle-master?
Actually changed his name.
Where's Tickle-master?
Right there in the orange.
Oh, yeah, he did change his name. Tickle-master over here. Hola! You know what? I swear to God, before you said that, I thought it said Ticketmaster.
Oh, that's what I thought too. And I was like, wait, is that Tickle-master?
I'm like, man, I cannot pronounce names.
Love it.
Or read names.
Interesting. All right. I want to, so I talked about Tether, USDT. Tether is launching a new token backed by actual gold. So This is a tweet from Paulo Ardonio, who is I believe the CTO of Tether. Gold can't be inflated. That's why central banks decided to stop pegging their printing power to their gold reserves. Remember 1971. That is when the U.S. got off the gold standard. Gold has been the companion of humanity for the last many thousands of years, used both as a store of wealth and as a mean of exchange. Gold has two similarities with Bitcoin. It's hard to extract and has a limited supply. Indeed, gold is heavy, hard to transport, and requires physical security. That's why at Tether, we have simplified gold ownership for everyone, creating XAUT, the tokenized gold standard. Tether Gold is not competing with Bitcoin, but actually with fiat money. Well, isn't Bitcoin kind of competing also with fiat money, Robin?
That's right.
I'll continue. There is nothing else like Bitcoin. It's without doubt the best currency that humanity ever created. Yet not everyone currently is ready to understand Bitcoin. And they go on to say at Tether, we blah, blah, blah. While culturally and historically, humanity always relied on gold throughout all its best and especially worst moments. So it's a concept that is already sitting in everyone's minds. For many communities around the world, XAUT could be an easier first step towards relinquishing fiat money and moving to the new digital paradigm. Tether Gold XAUT brings back the gold standards. It is 100% backed by physical gold held in Switzerland. One token equals 1 ounce of gold. Current market cap of the XAUT token is $500 million. Recently, many exchanges around the world started to support the token trading. Different banks are looking into allowing customers to purchase and keep the token in their account as an inflation hedge. Some longtime Bitcoin whales are telling us that if they have to trade Bitcoin, listen to this, they prefer to do it against the XAUT rather than the US dollar. What are
they might say they prefer that, but
what are your initial thoughts? What's your
the
knee-jerk
dollar
reaction?
is still the medium of exchange. It's still okay. Actually, better yet, it's the medium for accounting, right? So we price things in dollars, so things make sense. And so find it very difficult to say, hey, I need to go buy 0.05 ounces of gold in oil, right? I need to fill up my gas tank. It's going to cost me 0.05 ounce of gold. Like that just doesn't work because the means of accounting, things are priced in dollars, which is one of the strongest hegemony factors of the US dollar. And that reason, I think that people aren't going to prefer Bitcoin priced in dollars. That's just my first pause on that. This isn't the only Bitcoin tokenized, this isn't the first tokenized gold, right?
Pax Gold.
Yeah, there's lots of products in this space.
But Rob, apparently you can take your 2 tokens to Switzerland and bring out 2 ounces of gold. It's there.
Who is going to go to Switzerland?
Bro, I'm down.
Why?
He's got his
I've
passport.
never been to Switzerland. I want to go.
Okay,
I'll jokes aside.
How about we give a shout out to my boy Sailing to Crypto, upgraded to the hodler. My man.
Hold those bags, bro. Hold them tight. I'll let go.
Man upgraded over here. And he also gifted 5 memberships as well. Dang.
Sailing to crypto.
Little community love.
About to sail over to your house and give you a hug.
I was going to say, let's sail over to Switzerland and get some of that gold. I think it's services. I think it's a company expanding their services, right? So right now they have tokenized dollars. That's what a stablecoin is, right? Just tokenized dollars that move in a more efficient network. Because right now, to move dollars, pretty inefficient. A lot of issues. We can go down that rabbit hole if you want to, but we're not going to. So inefficient to move dollars around. So there's a blockchain company that has tokenized it, threw it on the Ethereum network, the Tron network. And so they're just doing the exact same business protocol. They're just offering a new service in gold. Why not? I don't think it's that bullish, though.
Not that bullish.
I think it's a product they launched that has very little volume.
So them saying long-term Bitcoin whales would prefer.
I addressed that as my first question because
Insane. So you don't-
Bitcoin whales are not going to prefer it because it's not an ideal form of accounting for Bitcoin. Hey, here's the thing. Like, are you going to say, you know what? I bought 0.3 ounces of gold worth of Bitcoin. No, you're going to say, I bought a $10,000 worth of Bitcoin. It's the easiest mathematic. It's the form of accounting. It makes sense. Nobody's going to sit here and break out a calculator every time they want to buy Bitcoin, trying to figure out the price of gold and like, all right, man, I want half a pound of Bitcoin. This ain't a deli, bro. Like,
Yeah.
How did you want it? All right.
thin
I get
slices, please. So I
2
can
pounds of
diversified.
I just think, you know what I think is funny in this tweet is Paulo goes out of his way to make sure he mentions this isn't a direct competition to Bitcoin. We love Bitcoin. We believe in Bitcoin. It's the best thing. This is not, we're competing as a fiat dollar. What it seems like to me is they're trying to bring the gold standard back. It's never coming back. You're never going to get a country to adopt the gold standard. It's pretty much impossible.
Because here's the problem: you have to have a custodial, a custody of
We got Fort
the
Knox.
gold.
We got Fort Knox.
No, but at the end of the day, you always run into the problem. You need more gold, and if you grow exponentially, I mean that's why the U.S. got off the gold standard, just because we kept printing money and we couldn't buy enough gold. We couldn't get enough gold to back it up. And so at some point, they realized that nation states abroad, like I think that France was one of the big ones, was redeeming so much of the currency for gold that they had to put a stop to it because they were like, we don't have enough gold for this. And at some point, if you want to grow, if all of a sudden, let's just say this Tether thing is hyper successful, then every time people keep buying, they got to go buy more gold, which is fine. That means that more people are putting money in it, and then there's more transactions, they're making more money. That's fine. But then when all of a sudden people sell, that's when you get run into your issues. It's no different. Remember when Tether had their run and everyone was selling Tether, and we saw the price decouple off $1, and we were like, whoa, Tether's down to 93 cents. Remember that?
Yeah.
Or it was USDC that got 93 cents. But Tether got down to, I think, 97 or 96. Anyways.
But it came right back.
Yeah. But here's the thing. That's a redemption on dollars, so they had to move dollars. Like, how easy was it for Tether to sell the dollars? Now, they had to sell it through the traditional means, right? Because now because remember, Tether's backed by dollars. So if all of a sudden there's a ton of sell orders on Tether and they need to come up with the dollars, they need to physically go and move it, right? Or move it digitally in the analog system, the traditional financial system. That it was kind of difficult for them to do on the fly in billions of dollars. Imagine if you had to sell billions of dollars of gold. I mean, imagine if you had to, all of a sudden, everyone started panicking. There was this Tether FUD, and they were like, sell your Tether gold. And they had a massive amount of gold. You got to get a buyer for that. You got to physically move it. It's inefficient. That's why we're in crypto. That's why Bitcoin is what it is, because that value can move instantaneously. And so if you back somebody Bitcoin, or you have Bitcoin that you want to move around, the digital gold is that it doesn't have any of the breaks in place that you get with a physical commodity like gold. You have to have a custodial service. Bitcoin, you don't need to have a custodial service. You want to be a degen and put on a thumb drive, you can.
Not to mention, you're talking about trillions of dollars of gold, actual physical gold, if you want to have it. Not very practical. Now, we just got breaking news. Gonna get interesting. Elon is suing Facebook over Threads. Now, we know they got apparently their fight coming up here. I don't know if they signed a deal or where it's going to be, but they've been training. What if the prize is, if Elon wins, Zuckerberg has to shut down one of his social media platforms, and if Zuck wins, battle to the death, But yeah,
is that a real lawsuit? That doesn't look like a.
No, it's real.
That's a letter, man. That's not like the header.
They're threatening to sue.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said they sued.
No, my apologies. They're threatening to sue.
Oh, okay.
You know what's funny, though? It says Twitter has serious concerns that Meta has engaged in systematic, willful, and unlawful misappropriation of Twitter's trade secrets and intellectual property. Didn't Twitter take their source code public? They did. So, I don't know.
I know you said he was going to. I don't know if
Elon's
he
a little
did.
crazy. Elon's a little crazy. Guys, I want to, I need your help. You watching, if you enjoy our show, you enjoy me and Robin, we need your help. We just launched a new YouTube channel called Bold Broadcasting. It's a Joe Rogan, Lex Friedman style podcast where we sit down with influential voices and have bold conversations. We just published our very first episode with Ramil Connor. A lot of you know him as RC. He played at the collegiate level, played at the NFL level, grew up in Chicago. We talked crypto. We talked growing up in Chicago. We talked about the crime in Chicago. We talked about transitioning from college to the NFL. He shared some NFL locker room stories. It was a great interview. Please support us. Go subscribe to the channel at Bold Broadcasting. I'm actually going to share the channel link in the chat right now. I'm going to post it in here. So help us out. Go watch the video. It came out really good. We got another episode already in the works. Also follow us on Twitter at bold_broadcast. This one came out pretty good, man. And, we had a lot of fun. It's interesting to get to learn about people and dig into their past and their history and their stories. And so if you're into that kind of stuff, go support us, share the channel, go subscribe. Thank you very much. Robin?
That's all I got, man.
That's all I got. That's also all I got. Now, if you want the rest of the Robin singing was that Journey? Don't Stop Believing? Journey. We will be posting it on our Twitter, so make sure you go follow us there on Twitter. Also, make sure to visit BlueWireTech.com if you need help with your network or IT issues, or if you just want to maximize it. They are a channel sponsor. Big shout out to them. Visit BlueWireTech.com. Also, go check out our merch store. We haven't shown our merch store in a while. Let's take a look at what the Don is up to here. Let's see. So Rocco adds a lot of new things all the time. And so here's the website, inandoutcrypto.com. You can click the link in the description of this video. Also, if you're a well member, you do get 10% off Hecho and Bitcoin. So if you speak the Espanol language. Also, you have this Kiko Man, but Bitcoin. This is pretty cool. Different color, different sizes. The quality is really good, guys. You also have different sections up here. You have XRP Army, Ethereum, Cardano, SHIB, Summer, Winter,
They show the
Cars,
Bitcoin.
Pets. Which
Go
one?
to Bitcoin and go under shirt.
Bitcoin,
Shirt, the second one.
T-shirts. Or no,
shirt,
regular
shirt.
shirts. All right.
Shirt, the bottom down.
Ooh.
This is a new edition.
Oh, nice. Oh, this one's pretty dope. Which one do you think Rob would wear?
I would probably say the one
Like
with
all of
the bird,
Where's the bird?
with the parrots. The third one down, I guess. Yeah. Down.
I don't know, Rob. Which one would you wear? Maybe I'll buy you one of these, Rob. You want to pick one?
The
I'll
one
buy
with
you.
the parrot. The one with the parrot.
right there.
They want to put a
Right here.
parrot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the right.
Click in there.
That's parrots right there too.
Flamingos,
The fun.
parrots.
I think I'm
When are you going to get a barbecue chicken pizza one? That's rude. So, guys, go buy some merch for yourself. They also have crypto for her. This is pretty cool. And so, guys, I got my wife one of these leggings and a sports bra. Quality is really good, and it's pretty cool stuff. So, I don't know any other merch store that has this amount of different SKUs on there. And so, big shout out to Rocco. That's where we have all our merch. You also find our Sin City Crypto merch here. So, with that being said, you know what time it is, Rocco.
No, I don't know. No,
It's time.
I forgot what it is.
Category 4 this time.
No.
Rocco!
No.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We had an absolute blast sharing our Thursday with you. Come back tomorrow, same place, same time. On behalf of myself, Robin, and Rocco, we love you guys. Until tomorrow.
Sin City, crypto. Everybody know what we here for. Entertainment and info. Gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in. For big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I spit the game, but they gave it. Named according to your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginnings. enters. Special shout out to the well members. Buy a dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors they gonna teach us. Mean coins, they polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming, hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya to the moon and to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close ya.